time, weather, and...
Hello and welcome to Driving with Todd. And I'm Todd. My favorite Paul Revere and the Raiders album has to be Something Happening. That was released in August of 1968. Well, the previous year in 1967, Paul Revere and the Raiders released an album called Revolution, and it was a revolution since the complete rhythm section left the group and was replaced by another rhythm section, and that rhythm section then played on the album Something Happening. What happened? Jim Valley was the lead guitarist and was replaced by Freddie Weller. Phil Vogt played bass guitar and was replaced by Charlie Coe, and Mike Smith played drums and was replaced by Joe Carrero Jr. So we have almost a whole new Paul Revere and the Raiders. The two main characters, Paul Revere, who the band is named after, and Mark Lindsay were the only originals left in the group. The other thing that was happening is Terry Melcher no longer produced Paul Revere and the Raiders for the album Something Happening. Mark Lindsay took up the reins and did the arrangement and the production of that album. The other thing that happened is Mark Lindsay wrote all the songs for the album Something Happening. Also, it had a whole new feel. It had a real psychedelic feel to it that the previous albums were more pop rock and garage sound. This had that real psychedelic feel to it. Now, you wouldn't have known it from the hit single that came off of this album, which was Too Much Talk. What happened was Too Much Talk was edited down to about 2 minutes and 20 seconds. And it's a great song, because I remember hearing it on the radio in 1968, loved it every time I heard it. I had to go out and buy the single, and I played that single over and over. I loved the song. Now, I didn't realize that that was an edit until later on, because I had never heard the album before until later in life. When I heard the album, it was like, wow, listen to this fantastic change in the song Too Much Talk. It's very psychedelic. And the rest of the album is perfect. I mean, it's just a great album. There isn't a bad track on that whole album. So I thought it'd be kind of fun to play the song Too Much Talk as it appeared on the album. And it has the intro of Happening 68 as well, because they were doing a show called Happening 68. It was a Dick Clark show on television. So that was added to the album and starts out the song Too Much Talk. So here we go with Paul Revere and the Raiders doing the song Too Much Talk. And I got to believe that most people have not heard this version before.
Something's happening, something in the air. Listen to the sound now, come from everywhere. Read the news in the Times today, said the world is going round. I don't care what somebody says, somebody always puts them down. Red or yellow, black or white, are you left-handed or are you right? When you open your eyes, can you see the light? Do you wake up dreaming in the middle of the night? Too much talk and not enough action. Do you know anybody getting satisfaction? Everybody wonders about the crowd reaction, and the world gets better by a very small fraction.
Okay, it starts out with that introduction, Happening introduction, which is kind of cool. It's got that heavy drum beat in the beginning, and then it kind of goes into like a sound on sound, which gave it that psychedelic sound. You know, they used a lot of sound on sound to give it that little extra like, wow, I'm dreaming. And then it goes into Too Much Talk, and they're using a strong fuzz guitar in here. And that's what's kind of cool too, is, you know, they're not playing just a standard guitar. They're really fuzzed out on that lead guitar. And then Mark Mark Lindsay comes in singing, and he's got such a great rock voice. I really believe he's one of the most talented rock voices of the 60s and the early 70s. Guys got a great voice. So I think this is really cool. And like I said, it's a start of this album with a little bit of tinge of psychedelic to it. So let's keep on going.
About the crowd reaction, and the world gets better by a very small fraction. Turn around till you see a face, and it won't be very long. Someone soon will be in your place, and it won't be very wrong. Red and yellow, black and white. Are you left-handed or are you right? When you open your eyes, can you see the light? Do you wake up dreaming in the middle of the night? Too much talk and not enough action. Do you know anybody get satisfaction? Everybody wonders about the crowd reaction, and the world gets better by a very small fraction. Red or yellow, black or white. Are you left-handed? Are you right? Open your eyes, can you see the light? Do you wake up dreaming in the night?
Okay. That is the part that's missing from the single. And I think it adds a lot to the song because you're doing a transition into this acoustic guitar, just kind of trippy sounding. You got the bongos in there, and then you've got the vocals almost like in the background singing the lyrics, and they're kind of repeating the lyrics of the refrain, and it just sounds really cool. I mean, it's like, wow, listen to that. You know, it's got that trippy sound of the 67, 68. They're going from the heavy sound with the fuzzed out guitar, heavy drumming and bass. There's a lot of good organ in there as well. And then they go into this transitional period where it's just kind of laid back and real dreamy. And it's like, wow, this is really cool, man. This is really cool. I love that. That is just so great. And it's too bad they pulled that out of the single. And I can see why they did. I mean, I don't know if people would listen to this whole 4.5 minute song on the radio, especially when it gets into the transition. They just want to rock out. So they pulled it and put it together so it was just a rocker. But it's still a great song, either the single or this album version. Let's keep on going. Wow. I just love that song. I mean, it's just great. And it doesn't come back in. When it comes back in, it fades in with the fuzz guitar again, but it doesn't like do a whole verse. It just sort of repeats a portion of the refrain several times and then fades out. So I think that's kind of cool. One thing I would have done to this song, I think, is when it came back in, I would have had another verse. I think that would have added a little bit more, but I still love this song. It's such a great song. It's one of my favorite Paul Revere and the Raider singles. And like I said, I really like the album version. And I had not known it existed until probably into the 90s when they reissued all the Paul Revere and the Raiders albums on compact disc. I think Sundays did that, and I bought every single one of them. And when I heard this version of Too Much Talk, it was like, wow, that is incredible. I loved it. And like I said, it's got a little tinge from the beginning to the end of psychedelic and a little bit of hard rock, a little bit of garage, and a little bit of pop in there as well. They took a lot of different genres and shoved it into one really great song. So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you enjoyed a look at Too Much Talk, the album version by Paul Revere and the Raiders from the album Something Happening. It is just dynamite. If you've never heard the album, you've got to hear it because it is just a fantastic album. Like I said, not a bad track on that album. It's fun to listen to, and it's a good rocker with a little tinge of psychedelic. So if you enjoyed this, hit that like button. I'd really, really appreciate that. If you have any comments about Paul Revere and the Raiders doing this song, Too Much Talk, put in the comments below. That'd be really appreciated. Now, what's interesting is I wanted to do this song about a year or so ago, and I couldn't find a decent video. In fact, I couldn't even find a video of the extended version on YouTube. So I thought, well, I'm going to look again today. And I did. And this was just put out there not long ago on YouTube. And it was like, yes, somebody else appreciates the long version. So I'm going to put a link to this video, which I thought was really good. I liked all the little static pictures of the group and picture sleeves and things like that, and put it into my description below. So if you want to watch it again, hit that link. It'll open up and play for you, and I won't be stopping it. I'm also going to put a link to the channel that uploaded this video into my description below as well. So you might want to check out that link. I saw several other Paul Revere and the Raiders videos that this person did very similar to Too Much Talk. So it might be something for you to check out if you like Paul Revere and the Raiders. Now, have you subscribed to Driving with Todd? If you haven't, why don't you do it right now? Just go below this video. I know you still have it open. Go below the title of the video, and there's a little button that says subscribe. Hit that sucker, and you've subscribed. I'd be really happy if you did. If you go over here and ring the bell, you'll get updates to my latest videos. I just wanted to share this song. I just had it on my mind today, and it's like, this is a really good Paul Revere and the Raiders song, and I don't know how many people have ever heard the long version or the album version. So I thought, I got to do that. And then finding this video, that even made it sweeter. It put a big smile on my face. I'm hoping to put a big smile on your face, and peace out, baby.